Salve a tutti e benvenuti al sesto appuntamento di ACW. Oggi siamo all'Out Bar qui in Terracina. Io sono Tony Zuccaro, resident DJ di Tears. E oggi con noi c'è un grandissimo ospite, Boo Williams. Hi Boo, how are you?
Hello, how you doing?
So, last night you played in Terracina at the Ribbon Club, and there was hundreds of people there. How were your feelings? How did you feel the crowd last night?
It's kind of hard to say. I've played in Paris and I played a long set from 4:30 to like 7, so I was really tired when I came here. No sleep at all, so still got to do my job. Show must go on regardless. But I like Italy a lot. You know, I play here a lot and everything, and it was really good last night. You know, good crowd, good area. It was a good time. I had a great time.
Oh, that's amazing. So, like you said before, you flew from Chicago to France, and then you came here in Terracina.
No.
No?
I flew from Berlin.
Oh,
I've been
from
over
Berlin.
here a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow. So you've been around for a while.
Yeah, I'm just on tour, you know. So this is the end of the tour.
It's the end of the tour, okay. So you like Italy, as you said before, so are you enjoying your time here in Italy?
Yeah, I mean, it's different from Chicago because there's a lot of things to do.
Yes.
Here is just more of like you guys party on the weekend and through the weekday and just do nothing. It's just kind of quiet. So it's a little totally different, but you know, still good though.
Okay, so when we think about house music, we think about Chicago. And when we think about Chicago, we think about Boo Williams, of course, and many others. So tell us about how did it all started, your career? How did it start?
Well, I didn't even know I was going to be a DJ. Just as a kid, listening to a lot of music influenced by my parents, my uncle. My grandfather was a harmonica player. I listened to a lot of blues, a lot of jazz, a lot of funk, and a lot of disco music.
Yes. So, what were your influences? Like you said before, your parents, but your influences like when you were growing up, your influences towards the DJ career, your DJ career.
Well, it was just really my uncle because he played a major part. Going over his house on the weekdays and, you know, listening to all the music because he collected a lot of records and stuff like that. So I guess I can say almost forced to like this music, but was too young to understand what it really was until I actually hit like 13, 14 when I first started, like in the end of 81 going into 82. So that's when I really took it serious.
Okay. Yes.
So I would say my uncle, my parents, they are my biggest influence because without them, I wouldn't be really doing what I'm doing as far as the beginning of music starts.
Of course. So when and with what did you start producing your own music?
I started producing music in the late 80s, maybe like 89, close to 90, but just with one drum machine, and then I hooked up with Glenn Underground. Excuse me.
That's okay.
Then I hooked up with like Glenn Underground, and then from there, everything just went smooth sailing. We started doing and bonded a brothership in music, and from there, that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's fantastic. So, what was your best party in which you played in so far? The party that gave you the best emotions.
Do you mean parties or overall parties?
Yeah, I mean parties.
That's very hard to say because every moment, everywhere I play is different. So it's really kind of hard to express that. It's just really on the vibe of the place, the people. That's where I get my inspiration. So it's all about me feeling a certain way when I come into a crowd. Once I feel that, then I'm able to just really understand how this is supposed to go, because it's all about teaching people good music and everything. So it's really kind of hard to say that question for me, because every party or every event I played a major role. So I'm just excited for the crowd. You know, it's all about the crowd.
It's all about the crowd. So like you said, it's all about the crowd. Do you ever prepare your playlist when you play, or you just like you go there, you read the crowd, and then you decide what song to make or to play?
No, I mean, I've never have a set like, okay, I'm going to play this, whatever. It's just however I feel, however I play music, I can read the crowd just like that,
Exactly.
really quick, to know. Just be yourself. Most DJs and producers, they're commercial because they think when they play music, and if the crowd doesn't feel a certain way, then they change how they really play. It's like being a jukebox.
Exactly.
You know, but I never need a playlist. I mean, after all these years of doing it, like 36 years now, when I'm up there, I'm in control. I know what to do.
Exactly. Yeah, that's fantastic. So let's go back to Chicago now for a little bit. When you think about Chicago, like you said before, the birthplace of house music, what does Chicago mean to you, music-wise?
Well, I mean, well, growing up as a teenager and was able to, we expressed ourselves with music, a bunch of parties like basement parties, loft parties, and everything. So you would actually have to be there to understand this culture of this music, because that was just something to be a part of, you know. So to me, Chicago is the home. It's a little bit different now, but if I could go back in time in those early 80s, that's where I would go, because that's where it really, really was good.
Yeah.
Compared to now, you know, now it's universal for the whole world to see. But when I was coming up, it was just about the music. I mean, like, I would cut school just to, you know, hear music. Or we had places like you can go to when you get out of school, and you can go party from maybe 4 or 5 o'clock to 8 or 9 o'clock, and then you go home because it kept you out of trouble.
Exactly. It's fantastic. So, like you said before, I mean, I've been to Chicago a couple of times. It's fantastic. And how would you compare parties back in the days with parties that you play, you know, today?
Oh, the parties back then are like 100 times better than right now. It can't be replaced, because, like I said before, you would have to be there to understand that. So the kids today, they don't understand that. I mean, everything was just perfect. Everybody supported. It was a lot of parties and a lot of good DJs, producers from Chicago, and everybody helped each other. Everybody went to each other's events. And if I can go back to those days right now, just give me about a month of that, and I'll be satisfied that it even existed. You know, but the parties back then was way better. So, like, the future now has to catch up, but the past is the past, so this is the future. But I'm able to say I'm happy to be able to come up and see how it went from here to now, you know, so definitely no comparison.
Okay, yes, I understand that. Do you think that today's genres, like with the years, with a lot of genres came in, like EDM and those other commercial genres, do you think that this got people confused?
No, it's just we're in a new generation, but there is a such thing as bad music. And bad music corrupts the scene, period, because people think that's where it was. Like when I came, it was just disco music and house music. Now you have all these different names, and people are making up names because they're trying to invent a new ID. You can't invent an ID that's already been there. So from house music, everything comes from there. Whether you want to call it, techno, drum and bass, all that, house music started all that.
Yeah.
So without house music, we wouldn't be so far as it is right now, because house music is all the way over here, and back in Chicago, it was just to ourselves. It was just our way of expressing ourselves with the music on the weekend from working a hard job, go to record shops, good music, and we all stuck together and just went to the parties because of the music.
Yeah. So going towards the end of this interview, Bill, what is the message that you want to give to younger kids or to the youngest audience that is starting now to produce house music, or to house music listeners?
Well, I just say this, for the younger crowd or younger producers come up, first you have to learn the history about it. Learn what genre of music you're going to do. Even if you're doing other music besides house music, learn the history of what you're trying to do, so you will know how to put things in place the way it's supposed to be, instead of just want to be a star or just want to be up there and want everybody to look at you. I mean, if you study the music, that's how you'll become really good. And just practice, and don't stop your dream, just keep on doing it.
Yeah. Thank you, Bill. It was a real honor to have you here today. Thank you again.
Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Grazie a Tears, grazie all'Out Bar, grazie a tutta la troupe di ACW. Arrivederci al prossimo appuntamento di ACW da Tony Zuccaro e Bo Williams. Thank you again.
Thank you.